Hello friends, wizards, witches and muggles. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today I am here to A your Qs. That's right, over on Instagram I asked you if you had any questions for me and you had a lot of questions. I've got them all here. So I'm gonna A your Qs. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, I'll wait whilst you go do it. I'm kidding. Anyway, if you want to know all of the answers to all of these many questions, keep on watching. And if you're brand new to my channel, hello, welcome. Don't forget you can click the subscribe button if you like to become part of our weird, magical online family. But let's go, because I've got a lot of questions. I can't read this question. Do you have butt hair? I mean, this is just, we might as well just finish the video here. Look, I am not answering questions about my starfish on the internet. Someone asked, how did you manage to grow your own business? That's right. So if you don't know, I am the director of 2 businesses that are mine, which feels really weird to say. As to how I don't know how to answer this. It just kind of happened. I never planned to be a business owner or director or anything. It just kind of happened. Like the last 10 years, I have just been working consistently on YouTube and it became my career and then became businesses. So I don't really have the right answer for you. It just kind of happened. I am very much aware that I wouldn't have either of my businesses without you guys. Yes, you watching. So I guess now's the time to say thank you because you've made my life what it is, which is pretty special. Do people recognize you on the street and does it bother you? Yes, they do. Is it like every time I go out, which is rare because I very rarely leave the house? No, it isn't. In fact, it's more often than not that I don't get recognized, but it definitely has happened when I'm out and about. It usually happens when I'm with people. It actually happened this year whilst I was on a date, which was really embarrassing. In fact, it happened twice that day. I haven't been recognized for like maybe over a year because I've not really left. The one time that I go out and socialize on a date, I get recognized twice. Does it bother me though? No, it doesn't. I actually love meeting you guys and yeah, it's probably one of my favorite things. Someone asked, did I plan my bookshelves ahead of time or did you just build it as you went along? So I knew that I wanted an entire wall of bookshelves. So these shelves are a lot bigger than you can see right now. If you've never seen one of my bookshelf tours, go check it out. But this goes along an entire wall. I didn't plan it out 100%. I definitely planned that I wanted like, I don't know, let's say some display items, books, display items, and then books, display items, and then wands. I kind of did it like that, but I didn't really plan what was going on the shelves. I definitely did that as I went along. I had like a rough outline of what I wanted. Like I definitely wanted a Fantastic Beasts shelf. I definitely wanted a potion shelf because I've accumulated quite a lot of those. And then there's like a Horcrux shelf. And then there's been some new additions. So like when the Crimes of Grindelwald came out, I ended up getting a Crimes of Grindelwald shelf. But yeah, so there's something that I do want to kind of rejig at some point, which I'll show you when I do. But yeah, no, it was just kind of, I had all of these things. What things can I put together in a theme kind of thing? Do you skateboard? I don't, at least not anymore. I used to. Here's some really cool pictures of me on a skateboard. Yeah, I couldn't really do much. I could speed skate, so I could go down like hills and turn really well and stop myself, but I couldn't do any tricks, but I just really enjoyed it. So yep, let's move on from that. That's a long time ago. I know I don't skateboard. Will I be doing a new car tour? So for those of you that don't know, bought my dream car recently. That's right, I bought a Tesla Model 3 and will I be doing a car tour? Would you like me to do a car tour and show you around and kind of like what to keep in my car? Let me know. I will do one if you'd like me to do one. Did you have enough water today? And as well, thank you for existing. You bring much joy to my life. Yes, I did have, no I haven't actually. That's literally all I've drunk today and it's nearly 3 p.m. And it's a really hot day. Thanks for reminding me. The rest of the video is just going to be me hydrating. Yes, I don't hydrate enough, but thank you. Someone said, how did my vaccine go? That's right. So I had my first vaccine, and honestly, I was really impressed. It was like a military operation. I was really nervous about going because I'm always kind of nervous about getting lost and not knowing where to go, but there was like a vaccine marshal every 10 meters. It was absolutely seamless. And then they just sat me down, asked me a couple of questions, and were like, right, let's do it. And then they just bloop, and then it was done. I didn't get poorly at all. I didn't have any flu-like symptoms or anything. No fevers, no feeling unwell. The only thing that I did have was quite a painful arm for about 24 hours. I couldn't lie on it, but that didn't start until after 4 hours that I'd had my vaccine. But it's just like, it's expected when you're having like a shot in your arm, especially when it goes into like your muscle. It's going to be a little bit tender for a while. But yeah, it did hurt quite a bit, but it was absolutely fine after 24 hours. So yeah, can't wait for my second dose. Please, will you ever consider doing vlogs? Yes, I actually bought a brand new vlogging camera at the beginning of this year, and then it just kind of sat in a drawer. I guess I bought it because I was expecting at that time to maybe live on my own at some point, but I feel as though I'd be more comfortable vlogging if I lived by myself, whereas when you've got housemates, it can be kind of a little bit like unnatural to want to vlog. I did do a vlog recently. It was my vaccine week. I didn't actually film myself getting the vaccine, but I filmed surrounding that, getting my new car, and just my entire week from Monday to Friday. And I've got to say, I really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed that video, let me know, because I would love to do more every so often, especially when I have like an exciting week, because it's just really nice. And I honestly feel like I can get personal with you guys, whereas kind of like these Q&As a little bit, I can just be myself. Whereas if I'm doing like an unboxing, I'm focusing on reviewing. Whereas if I'm just vlogging my day-to-day life, I get to show you parts of my life that you wouldn't necessarily normally see. So yeah, I would love to do more vlogs, especially when I can eventually travel more, because I really want to go to like New York to see the new Harry Potter store, and I want to go back to Universal and vlog that. Yeah, I have plans. Someone said, do you have a boyfriend? No, I do not. I get asked this all the time. There's a lot of questions asking this, actually. Do I have a boyfriend? No, I'm waiting for the right person. Just hasn't happened yet. I'm not actively searching. Like, what will be will be. That's all I gotta say. But no, I don't. And no, I'm not dating Cameraman Chris before more people assume that. It's so annoying. What was your dream profession as a kid? My first dream profession, I think, was to become a vet. I remember having this really tiny toy of a vet van, and then it had like loads of little tiny pieces. So there was like cats, dogs, and like little baskets and like little syringes and stuff, and then the actual vets, like the people. And I always thought I would love to do that. Then at one point I wanted to become a pop star, especially when I was into like the Spice Girls. God, I'm old. But yeah, and then I eventually stuck on wanting to be a primary school teacher, which was eventually going to happen. But then this happened instead. You're so welcome. Do you feel lonely sometimes? And what can you say about mental health? I don't feel lonely sometimes. I know that's probably unexpected, especially as I'm like single and stuff, and it's been COVID times over the last year. But I'm not one of these people that like get lonely. I really actually enjoy my own company. I think I must get that from my grandma, because she's one of these people that enjoys her own company as well. But like my mom is not like that. She loves being around people. She hates being in the house on her own, whereas I'm just like, yes, whenever a free house happens, I'm like, this is my zen moment. I actually just had a weekend on my own, and it was great. Got to have like all the food that I wanted, got to have a little thing, got to have a lovely bath, got to just do all of the things that I just wanted to do uninterrupted. It's very, very nice. So no, I don't get lonely. And as for what can I say about mental health, I think it differs from person to person, so I'm not going to be giving advice on mental health, but I can say something that has helped my mental health over the past year or so, and that is knowing when to stop, knowing when my body's exhausted, and knowing when to take the right amount of breaks. I think it's very, very important, especially, you know, as a person that does work for themselves running two businesses. It's really easy to burn out. So I've got a lot better at recognizing when I need to just press pause and recharge a little bit. Have you ever gotten a facial or gone to the spa? I haven't. I've actually gone my whole life avoiding spas and things like facials and people like touching me. It's just never really appealed to me, but my best friend Rachel has booked us in. It was a birthday present. She's booked me in to a spa with her, and we're gonna do a facial actually. I think it's next month or the month after. I think it's July. So a little bit nervous about it, to be honest, but I'm definitely choosing the treatments that aren't like, you know, full body massages. No, that's my idea of hell. Like, no thank you. But yeah, I'll get a facial and do some other fun things. But yes, no, I have not ever been to a spa. How many hours do you work in a week? I don't know. So I work from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the latest, Monday to Friday. Sometimes I will do like some socials on a weekend, but if I can avoid it, I won't do it, and I'll schedule it in the week so that I can have my weekend fully off. So that's like up to 9 hours a day, 5 days a week, so maybe 45 hours, but sometimes more, but I do like to keep it to 45 hours. Do you wear glasses?
No.
No. Yes, I do wear glasses. If you meant, are my glasses prescription? Yes, they are. I am actually very short-sighted, so it means that I can see stuff up close pretty well, but distance, terrible. I think I actually need to go get a new prescription because my eyesight is just getting worse and worse and worse. But yes, I do wear glasses. Someone asked me what is my favourite household gadget. At first I was like, oh, I don't know, but then I realised I had this, and you're probably wondering, Cherry, what the hell is that? This was bought for me by my father for my birthday a couple of years ago now, and I was like, great, thanks, that's really weird. This is a bug catcher. So if you've got like, let's say this is the window and there's like a bumblebee that's stuck in your house, or maybe a spider on a wall, you kind of just put this over the beastie, slide this up, and then it traps it in here. This is actually kind of cool, especially if you've got kids, because you can then kind of like inspect the bugs and have a look at them because it's got this like window. And honestly, myself and Cameraman Chris have been using this on a regular basis, especially now it's a bit warmer. I keep getting a lot of worker bees coming to visit, and it's like, no, go outside. So I can just take my little worker bee outside and be like, yeet, and then it flies away and lives happily ever after. So yeah, if I can link this, I will link it down below. I believe you can get these on Amazon, but it's honestly so handy and quite cool if you're interested in insects and want to have a look at them, but mainly it gets them out of your house very safely. What is my favourite type of cheese? I like many cheeses. I like Baby Bells, I like Dairy Lee. To be fair, my all-time favourite cheese is Wensleydale and Cranberry, or Wensleydale and Apricot, which I know she sounds very bougie and fancy, but I do tend to only buy those at Christmas because it's quite a bit of a naughty cheese. Very nice though. Good with a Pringle and like a turkey and cranberry sandwich. I like most cheese, don't like the mouldy blue cheeses because they smell and taste like salty feet. So those can stay out of my mouth, to be honest. How often do you film your videos, and do you plan them all in advance? Yeah, this is a really good question actually that I don't think I've ever been asked before in a Q&A. So myself and Chris have planning sessions, we have project management, so we always know what we're filming, when we're filming, what's sponsored, what's not sponsored, when we're going to upload them, and we tend to have shoot weeks, so filming weeks, and we also have editing weeks, and we try to stagger them so that we've always got content consistently going out, and it has worked for us over the past 2 years. But how often do I film my videos? Probably every 2 weeks. Sometimes if I need like a sponsored one out sooner, we can only go on location at a certain date, we will do a shoot day on like an editing week, but we do try to avoid that. So yeah, I guess 2 weeks per month we will do consecutive filming, and then the other 2 weeks we'll do consecutive editing, and then I'll do all of my other work with like Ordinary Owl or all of my admin and stuff. Like, yeah, you've got to be, or at least I've got to be, super organized. I cannot live without project management. Yeah, so do we film and plan them all in advance? Yes, we do. Like, you'll be seeing this, but maybe I filmed it 1 to 2 weeks ago. Probably 2 weeks ago when this video goes up. So, hello, everyone in the future. Any plans to get your own place sometime in the future? Yes, absolutely. I've got no like immediate plans right this second. Like, I'm actually in a really good position that, you know, I live with cameraman Chris, we work together, so it does work nicely at the moment. But like, sometimes I'll have a little browse on like Rightmove or Zoopla, but you know, when the right place comes along, I'll maybe buy a house then. But at the moment, I'm not in a desperate rush to move, but one day absolutely I'm going to buy my own house. I've saved for it. I've got the coin for it. I just need to know where I want to live, and it's got to be in the right place. I don't really know where that place is at the moment, so I'm just like plodding along. Ooh, good question. So how do you decide what Harry Potter stuff to keep, donate, and what to collect from now on? Mine is feeling cluttered, so I'm assuming you have a Harry Potter collection as well. So yeah, I get asked a lot, like, what do I do? Like, my collection must be so big, the amount of subscription boxes that I open each year, like I must have so much stuff. That's actually incorrect. Like, most of my Harry Potter stuff lives on these shelves. They're very curated. I don't keep everything. For a start, I don't like everything that comes in a subscription box. If it's entered on the shelf, it's something that I really, really like. A lot of it does go to charity, so I donate it, and it's actually quite nice. I'm a gift aider, so it means that I get to see how much money that the stuff that I am donating to charity earns that charity, so it's quite nice. But as to decide what to keep, it's got to make my magical heart flutter. I know that sounds really weird, but it's got to fill me with joy. Kind of like Marie Kondo. Does it fill me with joy? If the answer's yes, I'll keep it. If it's just like, yeah, it's Harry Potter, but I don't love it, I probably won't keep it, and it won't go on the shelves. Hopefully that answered your question. God, my whole house would be filled with like Harry Potter stuff if I'd kept everything. I'd be able to fill like maybe 2 rooms with all the stuff that I've had over the years. Do you make more money on the YouTube ads if we watch them instead of skipping? I think if you watch them all the way through, it does earn your content creators that you watch more money. So I tend to watch the ads all the way through if it's the one that I really want to support and really enjoy watching, because it honestly does help keep channels running. I know I say that at the beginning of every sponsored videos, but like, it helps pay the bills. It helps me pay contractors and staff and assistants and that kind of thing. It helps pay for really interesting and cool shoots on location. Like, it's not cheap, but yeah, it definitely does help, I think. Someone said, where do I see myself in 5 years? I hate this question. I've always hated this question because I don't like to plan that far in advance. It makes me a little bit anxious, and I am one of these people that just likes to take kind of like a week at a time, and like, what are my goals for this week? What do I want to achieve this week? Maybe even this year. Like, let's say with Ordinary Owl, I know that I want to do more collections this year, and I know when I want to do them. So those are those kind of short-term goals. But as for like 5 years, I would hope that I would own my own house in 5 years' time. But other than that, I don't really have too many plans. I'd like to have a cat. Maybe I'd like to have a boyfriend / other half by then. That would be nice. I just need to find someone to put a ring on it. Oh, or just buy more cats, it's fine. A question that I get every time I basically breathe on the internet is, when will we get Shelf Tour 2021? Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I could film one for you, but at the same time, nothing much has changed on the shelves except maybe a few pieces here and there added. So like, I did a divination box for the wizarding trunk the other week. I put like the crystal ball on my divination shelf, but the rest of the shelves is exactly the same as last year. Like, maybe my Weasley shelf has had a few more things put on it, but overall the layout and the themes, nothing much has changed. And I think it wouldn't be that interesting for you to watch, let me know. Like, if you want me to do one anyway, maybe I will. Leave a comment if you'd like me to do an updated 2021 bookshelf tour, and I'll think about it. But I did say to myself, I probably wouldn't do another one until I'd had a full like shelf rejig, or maybe if I move house / move the studio and I just redo everything, maybe redo the shelves, maybe get different shelves or something, then I would do it. But yeah, it's one that I've been kind of like, not sure I should, because nothing drastic has changed. But let me know. Do you have a team that helps you with your YouTube / small business? Yeah, I do. So you guys know cameraman Chris. So he helps me with sometimes the planning, always the filming, always the editing. Editing is his main gig, but he does do all of the filming with me. He's always present when we film, unless it's like a handheld vlog and I'm by myself. I've got a manager as well. He's called James. He's fantastic. And then there's like a team around him that I also work with. So that's like the YouTube stuff. I also have an assistant who is also my best friend, that when I need help, I can go to her and be like, can you help me with this? And then she'll help. And then with Ordinary Owl, I have an entire team behind me. Too many to mention, but everyone that helps with the shipping, all of the planning, all of the sampling, like there is so much behind the scenes of Ordinary Owl. But yeah, so I do have teams for both businesses. I work with a lot of lovely people and I'm surrounded by amazing people. So yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world, to be honest. Are you planning on visiting the new Harry Potter store in New York? I am so desperate to go and visit this Harry Potter store, the flagship store in New York, but I don't think it will be for a little while, just because of the pandemic and traveling not being 100% safe yet. Honestly, I probably won't go for at least another year, at least. But as soon as I do, I'm absolutely going to film a tour for you, as well as a haul, maybe a few hauls, because there are sections upon sections of this store. Oh, imagine if I could do like an empty shop tour of the New York store. I would weep. I'll see if I can make it happen. I probably won't be able to make it happen, but if I can, it'll happen. Someone said, how is your mum doing? And I thought I'd give her a cheeky little call, see if she answers, and I'll let you know.
Hello.
Hi Mum, I'm just filming a video and I'm filming a Q&A, and someone has asked, how are you?
I'm absolutely fine, thank you.
Yep, Mum's doing all good, everybody. Say hello to everybody, Mum.
Hi everybody, I'm very well, thank you.
All right, I'll speak to you later. Love you.
Okay,
Bye. There you go. My mum's doing very well. I'm assuming you're asking because a couple of years ago my mum had cancer, but then she beat it. She's so cool. I love my mum so much. I'm actually going to go spend some time with her soon, like nearly a week. I'm very excited. So yeah, Mummy Wallis is doing very well, thank you. Someone asked me, how do you get sponsored? I actually had a DM on Instagram about this the other day, and I did reply to her. Probably not with the answer she was expecting, but with sponsors, they tend to come to you rather than the other way around. So they either email me or my manager. They will find the contact details online, and then we kind of negotiate. We talk about it. We see if it's a brand that I even want to work with, if it's a brand that I love anyway, if it's a product that I believe in, if it's a product that I think you guys would love. So yeah, there's a lot that goes around it, but they tend to come to the creators and they will be like, we have this brief, would you like to work with this? This is how much we can pay you. Would you like to do it? And then if the answer is yes, we then plan the content, we sign a contract, and then sometimes, most of the time, the companies will then want to review what content that you've made, and then it will go out into the world for you guys. So hopefully that answers your question. Someone asked, why did you want to get a new car? And this may not be the answer that you're quite expecting, because it's not just, I wanted a new car, so I got one. It wasn't like that. So I am the director of a company, and most of the miles that I have done on my own personal car have been for business trips. So going to London, going to meetings, going on locations to shoot stuff. And it got to the point where most of my miles were not personal miles, so it didn't make sense for me personally to be taking on the expenses for my business. So it just made sense to get a company car. So my Tesla actually belongs to my company. Even though it's my company, it's the company's car. I just drive it. So that's why I wanted to get one. That's it really. That, and I did want a Tesla. And, you know, I've been driving a diesel car for the last few years. Before that was petrol. And EVs, I feel, are the way forward. I feel like they're a lot more kind of better for the environment. And yeah, that's it really. Business. Someone said, what does a day of filming look like? This is a good question. So if it's a stereotypical filming day like today is, this is the third video that I filmed today. I do get changed between them. So that's why sometimes you'll see me with similar hair or similar makeup between videos. But so today I woke up, I had my breakfast, check my social media, and then I did my hair because I slept with it wet last night, so I styled it. I then did my makeup, chose my outfits that I was going to wear for all of the videos that we had planned to shoot today, and then usually cameraman Chris will come in here, set up the table, set up both cameras and the lights. There is a light here, there's a microphone here, there's a big key light here, and then we've got some monitors. Yeah, so he will set all that up whilst I'm getting ready, and then I will come in here, sit down, and then we will do the charts, color charts, which basically helps us make the video look like it does. It helps it color it accurately and that kind of thing. And then we will sit down and just film until we need a break. Sometimes we'll have lunch in between, then we'll come back, do some more filming until we've got all of the day's videos filmed. So that's pretty much it. Sometimes we do filming days back to back. It depends what we've got on and what videos we need filming. We tend to film a lot of the boxes together if they've been delivered on time. So I filmed a subscription box today, but the rest of them haven't arrived yet. So we filmed some other things around it. Hopefully that answers that. Oh, someone said, any plans for some Orlando vlogs next year? I've said it before, I'll say it again. I was meant to go to Orlando in May 2020 and obviously it all got cancelled. Broke my heart. I haven't like replanned the trip yet. I want to, but I want to make sure that it's not going to get cancelled again and that like I won't get stuck in America, or, you know, the pandemic won't suddenly get worse again. I don't think it will, but I get a lot of anxiety around traveling regardless of a pandemic, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit, I think. But yes, as soon as I'm there, I'm absolutely gonna be vlogging, don't you worry. Someone said, I just want to meet cameraman Chris. So many of you want to meet cameraman Chris. I'm starting to feel like you want to meet him more than me. Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
That's all you're saying. Why do you always smell things with only your right nostril? Why does this get asked every Q&A? Every single Q&A.
You say that as if they're not wrong though, because we.
No, they're
after
not.
the last
I was
one-
reviewing a video the other day. I don't know what video it was, but I remember sniffing something, and I was like, I do sniff. And then, you know what? I came to a conclusion actually, because if you were to sniff here, like it's not gonna go up the center of my nose. So like I need it to be on one side to get as much smell up the canal as possible, okay? Are you gonna give me a candle to sniff? That one's good, that smells like pineapples, give me that one. But yeah, I know that I sniff on the right side. Well, this one's a bit different because it's so big. I can just sniff it there, but also, these are so good. My friend Adam Hatton does Disney-inspired candles, and this is Pineapple Lani, and oh, I could eat it. I could eat it. It smells so good. It smells so good. Go check them out if they're still available. They might have sold out, but if there are still some available, adamhatton.com. Right, one more question and then I'm done because I'm melting. I'm melting. Ooh. I feel like a snowman or a chocolate bunny under a heater. Someone said, how do I time manage? I briefly touched on this, but I use I use project management software. I used to use something called Trello, which I think I have spoke about in the past. It's based on like Kanban, so it's like different kind of rows. So for me, it's like ideas, and then it goes to waiting, and then it's like to do this week, and then it's like to do today, and then we've got to edit, and then to review, and then it's like unpaid sponsorships, and then it's done. Like we've got all these different kind of sections that things need to go through before they're complete. It's honestly a game changer. I don't know how I survived without this kind of thing. I currently use ZenKit, which is kind of like Trello. It's just one that suits my companies a little bit better, but it's a game changer. It just keeps everything organized, and I am a big fan of organization, so it keeps me organized, but not only keeps me organized, it keeps cameraman Chris organized, so he knows what he's shooting, what he's editing, when they need to be edited for, and that kind of thing. But it also helps keep people like my assistant organized as well, so all the tasks that I need to do I can put into to do this week, and then she knows what she needs to do this week. So yeah, it's something I've been using for about 2.5 years, and yeah, life got better with project management. So that is how I manage my time. I'm also very strict about what time is work time and what time is cherry time. That's very, very important. Anyway, I'm honestly so hot, like I'm melting. So I'm gonna go hydrate some more because I've not drunk enough today. But if you do have any other questions, maybe I will answer some below as well. So leave some down there. Give this video a thumbs up. If you watched all of it, you've watched it to here, you're part of the cool club. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in my next Q&A. Well, I'll see you in my next video, to be honest. I think the heat's actually getting to my brain. I need to breathe. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye. I'm actually melting. I need an ice bath.